Out of 5. In the first, if Paul will win this match, we will do a 2 out of 3 for the World Championship pass. And I am joined by third place finisher David Crawford here, commentating with me for the first game. Welcome, Craw. Well done. You had a great run today. Sorry to see it come to an end just a little bit early, but hey, you did great. And thanks a lot for coming. I'm glad you guys were able to make it.
Maybe you can teach me how to putt.
Not anymore. My putting skills are rapidly diminishing. Like everything else as you approach the 40 barrier.
40. Oh my! I can't even remember 40. We're getting attacked.
We are. A couple guys in tank tops. But we don't judge.
No. It's going to be a good match.
Hey Q, what's up, buddy? I see you. I see you commenting up there about the that episode of some MTV show that the guy just looked like me. I don't even know who that guy was. I don't even know. But I'm always mentioned about that episode. So I might have to check it out because apparently the guy looks like me.
You sure it wasn't you?
I don't remember.
Texas Tech defense in the box.
Yeah, here we go. So a Golden Tee World Championship pass is on the line. And both these guys I know want it really, really bad, as did, everybody here.
Yep.
And, now I think they kind of just throw the money aspect of this out the window. I mean, winning that pass is the real perk of this tournament.
Doing some business.
Yeah, buying some teas. It's getting a little hot in this corner.
Yeah.
No, you said it's been hot all day over there.
Hey, it's really smart to use a non-standard ball.
Oh, that's funny. That was one of the funniest moments of the day. Dave, you're playing stock ball? I was wondering why my tee shots weren't going anywhere.
That 9-wood, it was just going nowhere. 175 yards. Ooh.
All right, guys. We're starting out with Calypso here. A couple of nice approach shots on one. No damage. We'll go to hole 2 all square. Settle in. Crack a cocktail. Enjoy your Sunday fun day. We could have a 8-round marathon here if everything goes the way the day's been going.
Get that 12-pack iced up.
Yeah. Was hoping to be on the road back to Chicago by now. And, yeah.
We're going to wrap this up by 4.
Yeah, we'll be done by 4 or 5 at the latest. Uh-huh. Yep. I blame Mertzig because he was the only one that didn't play his match last night. And that threw us back an hour and a half. Because it was kind of my fault as well that I forgot that they had not played, and I ran 2 rounds of losers brackets before. So, but yeah, I'm still going to blame Josh. Whatever.
Thank you, Delta, for accommodating my change.
Yeah, it's Josh's fault that I won't get to see my wife on Mother's Day.
Man, somebody's not going to be happy, and it's Josh Mertzig's fault.
It is.
I'm going to send Dan a text and see if he can get you, what is that?
It's a Bombay Sapphire on the rocks.
Dude.
With olives.
That happens to be my favorite drink.
Yeah, it's wonderful. But yeah, if Dan could grab one for me, that'd be amazing.
Oh, I think so.
All right. Hole 3 here. Well, straightaway par 3. Not much damage here. 3 straight birdies for each to ease into the round.
With a, what was that addition?
With olives, please, and a little splash of olive juice. All right, it's one of the new tee boxes on Calypso 4. Pretty much from this tee box, it plays the same. Get that left box, you can drive this green sometimes, or get up there close on those rocks for a chip.
We saw that stink match last night in overtime against, well, there was a hole out to finish it, round 3.
Oh, yeah, nice. I missed that one. I was intoxicated heavily.
Oh, something like that.
We were going nice and smooth all day, and then all of a sudden, I'm like, holy cow. There was a King just kept bringing over trays and trays and trays.
And trays. And trays. And trays.
I went from being sober to literally having like no idea where I was in a matter of like 40 minutes. But
what did you? King took my shoes and started throwing them on the stage and out the door. I literally had no shoes when I was trying to leave.
Well, I will tell you.
He tackled me. I've got burns.
I will tell you this. This was this was a very odd feeling and experience for me, being at a tournament not playing, because I'm sitting there and I have nothing to occupy my time. So I'm literally just sitting there typing in names and scores and ordering beer after beer after beer after beer. And the
first 30 minutes of the tournament, so it's like a shell.
Somebody flew from Sacramento not to play in the tournament.
Oh yeah, King. I offered him a spot and he declined. I was gonna put him in since we had 2 opens, 2 spots to fill.
Really good.
But he's really using this. I think it's kind of a preparation for Vegas because this is kind of the final tune-up. So
that's pretty much right. Get my party out. You guys drunk, have fun, and go all work. It's all work.
Yeah, he didn't want to. He didn't want to be preoccupied with actually playing Golden Tee. He just wanted to get Golden Tee TV prepared for the national final, for the World Championships.
My liver prepared.
Yes, his liver prepared, as he just said.
I did not want to drink in Vegas, and then we're good.
All right, so I think we're still tied, guys, unless we miss something as we're chatting. Yeah, it's big. It's big, King. All right, yeah, we're tied right here.
Right corner pocket there.
Cody, you should, man. Go bang some games and slam a few brews.
Hey, Dan. We need Mr. Miser to.
All right, so Stinky found the rough here. I don't think it'll be an issue with that back pin, but it certainly throws a little bit of a hook in there. It's gonna be he's totally fine. This should be he may be able to give a run at this. Oh, he's actually on the first cut. It's got to get down. Okay, good shot.
Well done.
Yeah, I thought that trickled into the rough for a minute, but it stayed on the first cut. And that allowed him to make a pretty aggressive play at it.
A little offset here. Always wonder why that happens.
Yeah, thank you very much. There's certain holes that for some reason do it, and other holes that you would think would do it, and they line you up dead straight.
2 outstanding shots. Aggressive.
Yeah, Seth definitely got aggressive there. I thought that was one that he might just make sure to leave a little bit below the hole. I think this is, being a different format than everything else, you're kind of just like, this is like the feeling each other out period,
Right.
Like, they're just flirting with each other right now.
And you've got room for error since
yeah, you do.
One game doesn't cost you.
Right. And now, I don't think necessarily that, what happened there? Oh, we had high tee. Yeah. Sorry, I wasn't watching. I think really more than anything, it's like on the front 9, you're both just kind of, play safe. But if you have something that you might be able to go for, you know, a little bit different mentality.
This is aggressive. No high tee.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna hammer it. See if he can jump on and back up.
Oh, that's a great shot. That's coming back right at it. Well done. But the mentality is a little bit different in this game one because, you know, if you don't want to go down 1-0, but if there's a chance to be a little bit more aggressive, it's a completely different mentality and approach than if it's just a one and done,
right?
You know, match play scenario.
Couple golden tee par rounds going right now.
Yeah, the way both these guys are playing today, if you would have called at the beginning, I probably would have agreed with you. I do like this. I do like Calypso quite a bit better with the new tee boxes and the redesign. That's good looking. Yep, both gonna turn at 13 under. Little par front nines on Calypso.
Tops on the leaderboard for both of them. How often do you go to the right?
Quite a bit. Bye, Zasky. Bye, Christine.
See you, Steve.
Drive safe, you guys. I go to the right quite a bit, actually, but I wouldn't to that pin.
Right, because you got wind behind you. It's tucked in the corner.
Yeah.
Hard to stop it. A little meat left on this bone.
That's got to get down a little. Oh no, a little adrenaline going there, maybe.
Yeah.
I was thinking I played with Seth a bunch in Wisconsin at the PEG event. I don't really remember or recall if he thumbs the ball because I thought that would have been a perfect 5-wood thumb shot, and he pulled it back and kind of went after it a little bit. So Paul's going to have a chance to take an early 1-up lead here, but he's got to chip this. Shouldn't be an issue, although we got championship pressure.
Oh, dunk shot.
Little firm, but hey, it went in.
First blood.
Yeah, Paul draws first blood in round one. This one, wow,
interesting look.
373. So see, guys, I've not played very much in the last 6 weeks. I don't think I've seen this tee box. I don't play a lot of Calypso as it is.
You play a high 10-5 hammer here? Oh, I
think he's just going to bounce it down. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Ride that hill down there. He's going to have a long putt, but that's really not a pin that you can get aggressive to. And in his situation, being up one stroke.
Right.
If you look just left of that pin, it looks like those rocks are just going to shoot everything left and trickle right down into the water. So I think he played an extremely smart shot. Yeah, I know I've never seen this tee box yet. Josh Mertzig, thank you, brother. Love you, buddy. We'll see you in August, yeah?
Well done.
Mertzig's getting married soon, guys. Tying the knot. Oh, what a putt by Paul. What a putt. He got a
face of determination.
Yeah, a little fist pump there, too. A little tiger fist pump. So what's Paul? Paul really likes to hit the ball hard a lot. So I think he'll go deep.
Try and go to that left side.
A finesse player is not the term you would use to describe Paul's Golden Tee game, or Paul in general.
Right. No, it doesn't apply to his hugs. That's for sure.
No. If Paul's going to give you a hug, you're going to feel it.
That's a great drive. He's got a straight wind coming into the green. Got green to work with. Be hard not to follow that.
Yeah, with that back pin location, this is definitely the play. this new tee box made the hole a little bit easier most of the time. Just pound it out there and going straight downhill. But a little left 4 break in there. That wind should offset that pretty decently. He can pretty much hit this straight at it. Yeah, Seth, he's amped up a little bit. I can tell.
He's not leaving it short.
His distance control is a little bit off as opposed to his previous matches.
One of the nicer guys on this Golden Tee Tour, actually.
Seth? Oh, yeah, he's wonderful. Yeah, like I said, I pretty much first met him and played with him a bunch that, excuse me, that Friday in Wisconsin at Sussex at the Web Tour event, or the PEG Tour event up there. And we ended up pretty much playing all Friday. Him and Angela James, as he's known by him.
Right.
But yeah, we played a bunch, and I met all those guys, and I played with Shane, Sugar Shane, and all those guys, and we discussed. I knew they had already qualified, and we ended up getting an Airbnb together down here. So I've spent all weekend with him too. So, I mean, obviously, I'm rooting a little bit. I can't root for anybody. I have to be partial, but. Paul's my boy, my hometown boy, godfather to my youngest son. So, I really want him to get to Vegas. But I mean, I'm not going to be upset, if either wins, because Shane is, sorry.
Oh, that's a great shot.
Seth is just a wonderful guy, and I'm glad to call him a friend. He's a great dude.
Boy, I kind of like the way Paul went there.
Yeah, Paul's going to have a pretty easy shot in. This is going to require 2 good shots. So, I mean, you need to hit a great tee shot, which he's done, but now he's also got a pretty difficult approach shot here as well.
Wind fighting you the whole way.
Gas station. Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? Can you grab me a Monster? Just the low cal, the blue one. Yeah. Thanks, Brandon.
This is going to be a hammer to get it down there.
Yeah, see, with that pin and that wind, this was like I was referring to before. That shot, the way he played the hole, required 2 really good shots, and he did a great job. Paul's going to struggle to get this one close. He's still going to have to make a fairly long putt. Or that's one way to get close.
Oh, man.
Nail the pin. That's one way. I'm actually. Great putt by Seth. That would have been easy to miss that putt low. I'm kind of surprised Paul's didn't go in with how low on that pin that hit.
That filled up the hole.
Yeah, that easily could have dropped. So Paul's still up 1, going over here to the right.
Playing really solid. I mean,
both guys are pretty locked in right now. It's fun to watch.
Very Vegas worthy here.
It is. Either one of these guys have the game that if they qualify to Vegas, would not surprise me one bit if either one of them made the main bracket and could run off
do some damage.
Yeah, several match wins in a row because they both have the game, and I think the cool thing about this is they'll come in with a lot more confidence.
Yeah.
As opposed to. Okay. Hi guys, sorry, a little confusion here on the computer for a minute. Had to have the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. King, slide in for 1 second. But Paul's just attacking this right now, and with the 1-stroke lead, he really doesn't want to give up anything here. That was a great shot to put a little bit of extra pressure on Seth.
No? Oh, they must be off.
Oh, it's on video mode, that's why.
There you go.
You want me to set it up and then you can do it? And then all three of us will do it? I thought it would be a good picture.
All right. That was a tough pin to get close to. Paul hit a great shot. I didn't see it. Richard was in my way. But it's a nice shot. Going to 17. Paul had a little issue here last match. Gave a stroke back with a one-stroke lead. And again, he's going to have a little tough, it's a straight look. But with that pin being tucked over to the right, your brain's going to throw it to the middle of the green.
Yep.
And then you got a tough little putt coming back to that hole. That is
with some cliff behind it.
Exactly. That is an extremely difficult putt to make under, in.
Interesting, moving to the left here.
Yeah, let's see what he's going to do. I think he was just kind of taking a look at what's going on.
Oh my God. You guys are ugly as fuck.
Oh, wow. Stop.
Ooh, what that's a great shot by Seth. And this is going to set the tone for the rest of this finals here. If Paul drains this, nope, that's going to be high. But that's okay, with that C put that he did. He gave it a great chance to go in, but he wasn't going to lose the match right there. And Seth gets it back. We're all square through 17. Great job. Great eagle by Seth there. And, great job by Paul not getting that a turbo there or a lip out that just fires that right in the water. Because that would have been devastating. Ooh, yeah. So this could be holeable here. We could see something here. They're gonna both leave themselves pretty straight in shots. It's just all gonna come down to the yardage they hit them and if they have the proper club.
Yep, I'll carry.
So Seth's gonna go a little bit on the safe side with the bite shot, which is a smart play. Probably not gonna hole it with this shot, but
you'd have to dunk it.
You really, Well, he threw that out. That's a good line.
Wow.
Okay. That spun a lot more than
really
I thought
nice
it was going
shot.
to. Yeah, Paul's a little bit in no man's, a little bit in between clubs. So if he, see, I kind of.
He's almost got to cut it just to slow it down a little bit.
That's exactly what he did. He wasn't going to even attack. Excuse me. Wasn't even going to attack that. Yeah, wasn't even going to attack that pin because I think he thought I'll just take myself into OT. Oh. So Paul.
That almost looked like a crop putt there.
Paul did the step away on the tap in cleanup, and then Seth just babied it so hard it almost missed it right, but it dropped. So we're gonna match one. We're going into sudden death here. Holy cow!
8 games turns into 9.
Yes. And with this front 9, this sudden death could easily go. Honey, I'll see you at like 1 in the morning. Oh man!
What an event! Great event.
Yeah, it's been a blast. All the satellite participation, is what really, got this going, got the field going. Thanks to MainEvent for kicking in $2,500 to the prize pool, and thanks to GameTime Amusements, obviously, for throwing in $2,500 as well.
Thank you, Mr. Kendrick.
Yeah,
made an appearance both days. That's awesome.
Yeah. He had the kids had a baseball tournament this weekend, so he fit us in. Yeah, he fit us in for a couple hours.
Yep.
He was here on Friday for 4 or 5, and then a couple hours yesterday. I know today was tough because today was the bracket stage of his son's tournament.
Tiger's got an up 5 right 8. Let's see what kind of pace he's got here.
Yeah, is he just going to jam it in or die it? Oh, that's looking good. Is he?
Slides it by. Maybe that was a down 5.
Sorry, guys.
Right.
Wrong screen. All right, so we're sudden death here in game 1. Kendrick just got an extra $10 worth of gameplay.
Right.
He's happy.
There you go. Looking for a hole out.
Okay. Paul with the first chance to finish this. Oh, that's got to get a little bit left. Yeah. That's. I don't know if it is 6-iron there, but I think a 6-iron thumb would have been perfect. But as we said earlier, Paul's really not much of a finesse player, so he's gonna try to hit everything as hard as possible.
First up is golfer 1.
Fought his way up a long ways in that backside.
He really did. He lost. He lost his second round match last night to Van Hoosier.
In epic style.
Yeah, in epic fashion.
On this course.
Yep. And I think he's won 5 straight today. And that's you get on that loser's draw.
Right.
That's hard to do.
One and done.
Yeah, one and done. Every match is insane pressure. This probably feels like he's just playing side games right now.
Yeah. What, I can lose and not lose? And
yeah.
Needed one more biscuit for breakfast. Golfer 1 with this birdie.
All right, couple of birdies on hole 2, and we move on to hole 3, the vaunted par 3.
Ooh,
yeah, the match.
Little vanilla. Well, give me a whole lot of opportunity.
I really don't know how they're going to choose to play this because this is one of the worst setups I've ever seen. This is nasty. I hope everybody can sense our sarcasm.
Right. And Texas Tech not really sniffing it too much there.
No, that was not his best. That was not his best effort. Paul, man, he had it right on mine.
Yep.
He did not need to move that tee back.
Oh. Really sharp here behind the booth.
Yeah, we're a couple of the smartest people in the building. All right, so again, we're playing this hole from this new right tee box, which essentially makes the whole play about the same. It's actually I think it makes the tee box a little bit easier because you can go all the way down here, and you open up the angle to the green the further down you go.
Well, Mr. King's getting a back rub.
Seth, that's the second time he's brought that tree into play.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Seth doesn't cut the ball much. He's more of an angle player, and that one, he really brought that tree into play.
I know.
Paul just kind of rifled it straight at it. He's going to have to make a long putt. And this is tough under this pressure. He got it, though. Good job. A couple of eagles. Move on to hole 4. Or move on to hole 5. Game 1 of 5.
Game 1.
Brandon, how much? Let's see. What do we got? Yeah. Well, high T6 should do the trick. Could actually give this one a scare.
Yeah. Trackball control here.
Yeah, this one actually, you're right. I mean, if the adrenaline's going.
Oh man.
We were talking earlier about pretty much one of the most important keys in Golden Tee is learning your distance control. If you can land within that 4 to 8 yard zone every time, a lot of times it doesn't matter how you miss right or left. Right. For the most part, you're going to leave yourself.
Gave himself a chance there.
Yeah, he really did. If you can dial in, what club does what, it's such a huge advantage because you're never going to leave yourself you know, a massive putt.
Yeah, you got, and it's confidence.
Yeah, if you think about, you know, when you leave yourself long putts, a lot of times it's because you're short or long, as opposed to being just
Get the distance right, and then everything else is just left or right.
Absolutely.
Safely on the green.
See Brandon Burnell there in the background, back in the house. Go visit his lovely location in Broad Ripple. Old Pros Table.
I qualified with him. Nice guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Birdie attempt.
Yeah, if you're ever in Broad Ripple, swing by there. It's a pretty cool place.
Teeing it up first is golfer 1.
That's where the summer Indy Open is.
Oh,
That's where we had it last year, and we're looking to put another one together again this summer. We'll be between.
Ready to tee off.
We're still figuring out the dates, but it'll be between Worlds and the PEGT Tour event in Cincinnati, in that area.
Awesome.
Big drive, Jim.
Another new tee box look in the last few months.
Oh yeah, because we never used to be able to go to this patch before.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
Man,
man.
the crowd got giddy. Man, I think we still got about.
Here it is. Another opportunity. Wow.
We got about 85 people here watching. This is a great crowd. Or
8.5, one or two.
8.5. Yeah, we'll count Jackie as the half.
Who's today's Webb Simpson? That's the question.
Weber is just destroying it. And if anybody out there doesn't know, Paul Tesori is Webb's caddy, and he's a avid Golden Tee player, very good Golden Tee player. Goes under Sokiwho, Sokiwho, and he plays quite a bit of Golden Tee while he's out on tour.
He's having a good day.
He's having a great day. He's going to
boy.
be extremely happy if Weber can.
Uh-oh, we got our first damage possibility here.
Oh, so Seth really, if he can knock this in, it's really going to put a lot of pressure on Paulie's putt, because Paul's putt's not easy as well. He got it.
Oh, wow.
So nice.
Huge.
Come on, Paulie.
Put him in a body bag.
Yep.
Oh, left corner pocket.
Yeah, tried to leak out a little bit.
What a money chip.
Yeah, that was amazing. Extremely clutch.
And game one rolls on.
Honey, I'll see you in the morning. Happy Mother's Day.
This is going to be a nice thumb shot right here if you got that in you.
Seth did, he did just thumb that, so
Nice
I
look.
never really paid attention to his game, but he apparently has the thumb. He has the thumb shot in the arsenal.
I like that 5 wood there
This is
versus
short.
hitting it harder.
But again, you know, Paul just likes
Right.
to hit the ball hard.
Ooh.
Rain that one. Golfer 1 now putting. That's in for a birdie, a 2.
Are we looking at a replay of the
Teeing it up first.
Van Hoosier lady match from yesterday? We're on the back
because
nine.
I suspect this match will go about 54 holes. 54 holes coming up here.
That'll work right in the fairway. On tee now. It's golfer 2.
Yeah, Sparks, it's Crawford.
Starts off with a nice drive.
Man, I just noticed the sign. Sunday, $12. 8 wings and a 48-ounce Yingling pitcher for $12.
How'd we miss that sign?
Yeah, that's a great deal. 8 wings and a 48-ounce pitcher of Yingling.
There it is, Seth. Again,
Seth's gonna
same
have to-
hole.
Seth is going to have to do it again.
Same adrenaline shot number 2 on this hole. This is where he lost his stroke last time.
And Paulie left himself a perfect yardage. He's just going to knock that in there. And I mean, can Seth do it again?
Right.
We're going to find out. I mean, it's do or die. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Left. Yeah, just it came off a little bit soft. And
Kidding me?
Paul Lehde is going to take game 1. in 10 holes of sudden death.
This is highly unusual when Paul's got
He's got a literal tap in. He can two-putt from there and still
honey,
win.
see you late morning tomorrow.
Yeah. Why don't you guys just go ahead and finish it out?
Yeah, you know. There we go. Oh, skip turn. All right, we're real sharp here in Indianapolis today.
Yes. All right. So I think they're going to go ahead and fire it up right away.
All right, your guest announcer Dan Miser on his way for game 2. It was my pleasure.
Craw, thanks for sitting in with me, man. It's been a blast, and again, congrats on an awesome tournament. A little bit upset you came up a little short, but thanks for participating, and thanks for being here, and always good to see you, bub.
My honor. That is fun, dude.
So I got Mr. Miser coming on to join me here for match 2 of the best out of 5, which will definitely go into sudden death overtime again. I'm predicting right now.
Wait, I was watching it. The win was Seth, right?
Huh?
Seth won that one, right?
No, Paul won.
Oh, shit.
No, Paul. Yeah, Paul took her down. Paul up 1-0.
At Safari Dunes. I'm here with Alfred Peter James.
Paul's so pretty. Look at that face.
He's when he turns around and talks to us, he's so fucking nervous.
Paul is or Seth is?
No, Seth always is. But Paul is the
So King just gave us a little inside tip. Both guys, and I fully can feel it for them. I'm nervous for them, but King said both guys are extremely nervous right now. And they should be, and I would be. I mean, there's the world. Like I said, there's this is for the World Pass. And guys, welcome Dan Miser. He's back on the stream.
Hey y'all. Hey y'all.
Who? Yeah, Texas boy now. He gets to say y'all. But I know he wanted that pass more than anything.
Oh, I did.
Crawl. Everybody here wanted that pass really, really, really bad, and this is. It's going to be interesting to see. That was just the first game, and if they're already showing nerves in the first game, it's going to get really, really tight here.
Tighten
in about 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Because like I told Craw, that was just kind of like the feeling out, the flirting, the foreplay period right there, just getting that first game under the way.
Yep.
Now, Paul may be a little bit more relaxed. Seth is probably feeling a little bit like he's got to win this game. He doesn't want to go down 0-2.
You certainly don't. Now, Seth does have, you don't want to think like this.
Action.
What's that? I already ordered, so I'll eat some more.
Oh, you already ate?
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
Yeah, I'll go.
No, I'm good. Thanks, Craw.
Yeah, so, you don't want to think like this when you're in the catbird seat and someone's got to come back and double dip you. You don't want to think about, it's okay if I lose the first one, because
definitely not.
That's the bad mindset. But
that's the thing. Like, we always, in the past, and I've not been there for a while, unfortunately, but in the past, like the King of the Hill and the guy coming back up, if you would talk like about a chop, and that's like the worst thing you can do, because then you're putting the potential of losing in your head. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you never want to do that. But I'm a little. I hope Seth can straighten this out, because he's
looking a little.
Yeah, he's missing.
Iffy right
he's
now.
missing some pretty easy shots.
Yeah, just missed a chip there.
Come on, bud. Get it together. Just take a breath. Calm down. You got this. Play your game.
Yeah, and that is the thing. When something goes wrong, just like in life, in Golden Tee, it's easy to carry it with you, and that's the worst thing you can do.
Yeah, it's just like real golf.
That too.
The ability to block out what happened and move on to the next shot is what makes the guys on the PGA Tour great. That is what makes the elite Golden Tee player is great is if you miss something, you let it go and you move on.
Right.
There's been several times where, for me, if I'm just playing by myself, like during the day now, knowing that you essentially need to shoot a par round to finish in the top 4, par or better.
Yeah.
While you're playing prize play, it's like if I wash one on the first or on the front 9 and I'm 2 off par, it's like I just want a DNF. Like I have to fight myself to be like, okay, just play it out. Every game I DNF because even if I'm 2 off par and I finish 2 off par, I'm probably going to get $2 back. So
right.
in my head, I'm like, well, whatever. But if I DNF 100 times a month, that's an extra $200 that I just washed away. I mean, it's.
Yeah, and looking at the body language over there, from this viewpoint, you can definitely see frustration setting in on Seth right now, and
and Paul is standing straight up, strutting his stuff,
having a little fun.
Yeah, he looks like he's in control a little bit after winning.
Oh, get it though.
Yeah, that's great. That should settle Seth down.
Yeah, it's always that one thing that just triggers you to come back home and play like you're supposed to.
Yeah, he had a great shot there. I mean, he knows, like you said, he knows he's got that second chance. But this game, I think, is really, really important because
absolutely,
you can't go down 0-2. These are 2 very evenly matched players, in my opinion. And to beat somebody 3 games in a row, that's just really difficult to do.
It is. I mean, it's difficult to do at an imbalance of talent.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. He needs to calm down a little bit, get himself back into the rhythm. I like what he's doing here. He's taking a little bit of time. I think he's just kind of trying to calm himself down a little bit.
Right. And that's another good point, though, is that, Paul is, in some ways, more like me in my mindset. I like to play fast.
Yeah, Paul loves to play fast.
And, Seth he's not a slow player by any stretch, but he's not a jackrabbit out there.
No.
I like to see it, hit it, go.
Yeah, definitely a little more meticulous. Takes his time looking over shots.
So, I think he was getting caught up into the tempo that Paul was putting out, and probably to his detriment.
Yeah, and that's definitely a tactic in these matches.
Yep.
Back in the day, I had it happen to me a few times. I've done it, a few times. You just slow things down. There's definitely a few elite players right now that like to just get up there and go as fast as they possibly can. Andy Haas. There's also, Luna likes to slow it down sometimes a bit. Gossett, everybody's got their own style, and
get up there.
It's not just about beating them on the machine anymore, because that's virtually impossible to do consistently because they're so good at this game, and it's just ridiculous how good everybody is at the top level these days.
Yeah.
So, at these tournaments, try to get somebody out of their comfort zone any way you can. Not, nothing unsportsmanlike or anything like that, but, just changing a little thing up might give you that one little edge. You know what I'm saying?
I absolutely agree. Yeah, and it goes back to playing in your comfort zone too. You can't let someone else dictate how you're going to play.
Right, exactly. And I would never go. I had a match in the national championships one time where on the 12th hole, I think I was up 3 strokes, and I was up 2 or 3, and somebody decided that it was a good time to take a 10-minute bathroom break in mid-match.
I'd never heard about that one.
Oh yeah. That was we won't. No names are needed to be said.
I have an idea of one name, so
it was a little 10-minute mid-match bathroom break in the semi. It was either the King of the Hill or the semis to get to the King of the Hill of the national, the national championship.
Yeah, put you in the cooler. How does it feel?
No, the other one that I always remember, and this was great. Back when Dina Ryan was working for IT.
I remember Dina.
She was feeding Waldo. So if anybody doesn't know Waldo, Eddie Tobler, great player from the Sobey crew in Mount Airy, North Carolina. But Dina was feeding him chicken nuggets while he was playing a match, so he would not get grease on his fingers. She was literally putting a 20-piece chicken McNugget in his mouth, and he ate all 20 McNuggets in like a 10-hole stretch. And Dina put every single chicken nugget into his mouth for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
but the real question our viewers want to know is what sauce were they using?
I'm not sure. I mean, I don't even know if he was using sauce. He was just crushing these nuggets and did not want to put, to get grease on his hands.
Oh no.
No. So yeah, Paul's kind of Seth's gonna most likely chip in for birdie here. He's got a pretty straightforward chip. So Paul's still gonna make this. Yeah, Paul looks really comfortable right now, Dan.
I mean, he does.
Q, what'd you say? One time I had to play Kings. Q, I actually, I think I recall that match. Obviously it's, it was a long time ago, and I played a lot of matches, but I'm pretty sure I do recall that match. You were, you had me going, man. I mean, you gotta understand, nerves are real for you, nerves are real for me, nerves are real for everybody. I mean, it's just a matter of how you can cope with them. I mean, it's hard. Some people, like. When I was younger, I was more nervous during the qualifier than I was during match play because I was expected, to make the cut and to play well. So my qualifier matches were the most nerve-wracking of my games the entire tournament.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And, now it's like every time I get up there, I'm like, man, I'm 38 years old now, and, your body just doesn't react. And if you have any little bit of doubt in your mind, it just, makes it 10 times worse.
What do we got going here?
So yeah, nerves are definitely real, and oh man, Seth really needed that one to go in. He needs to try to get a shot back here somewhere, like quick.
He absolutely torqued that drive to get it there. That was
all right. So
that was nice.
Seth did chip in last hole. I wasn't watching the stream, but yeah,
he's
Paul's up.
Chasing 2 though.
Paul's up 2 here. This. Sit. Yeah, Q, I remember that for sure. That was a good time. That reminds me of another story where that was the Cedar Rapids tournament that I'm thinking of, but Jimmy Mack was it was when Wedding Crashers was out. And we're all playing there, and Jimmy Mack goes, "Mom, I need the meatloaf. Bring it now." And he dropped an F-bomb, super loud. And 10 minutes later, the waitress shows up with the meatball, or with the meatloaf plate, with the meatloaf platter, mashed potatoes, gravy. And Jimmy's like, "What is this?" She's like, "You ordered the meatloaf. It's our daily special." I mean, to this day, if you ask, Mouth was there, and Mouth ended up buying it from Jimmy and eating the meatloaf. But that was one of the classics where he pulled the Will Ferrell from Wedding Crashers scene. "Mom, where's the meatloaf? We need it now!" And 10 minutes later, a meatloaf platter showed up on our table.
That is brilliant.
It was awesome.
Paul just left a little meat on that bone right there. Sucked it all the way back to the fringe. So more difficult putt than he needs to have, but I'm sure he can get through it. But
again, the one thing about Paul's game is he hits everything hard, so that is going to help him. Like where I'm more of a finesse putter, that putt coming off that fringe like that, has a tendency to miss a little bit lower for me, just because I try to hit all my putts at the same speed. This one, man, yeah, this is the setup Seth needs here, because it's a very difficult setup. It's easy to wash this, to rinse this.
Yep.
And he's looking to pick up too. So, I mean, if I'm Paul, I'm probably hitting the 10.5 high, into the middle right there, but he's going to try to pound this, and he got it. He's going to have a... Ooh. Man, he just barely cleared that rock.
Yeah, that's not a very fun putt coming up.
No, it's not a fun putt, but at worst, he's only going to lose one. So I think he did what he needed to do, and now it forces Seth, to hit the shot that he needed to hit.
Right. So I'm going to go on record here and say that Seth gets up and down just fine on this. I've seen him play this hole a few times. When I started meeting, I met him down in Dallas and played a few games with him. We played this course.
See, he's hitting the shot that I would have hit. Just throw that, loft
and let the wind bring it.
That's perfect shot. I mean, it's still going to be a difficult putt, but Paul being on the fringe here. Yeah.
Nice putt. He even did that with the change of speed to make sure it didn't go in the water. That was nice.
And he nailed it dead center. Great answer by Seth there, but still down 2 through 13. Paul's taking care of business, guys. This is impressive.
Maybe he needs a bathroom break.
Little 10-minute bathroom break for Seth. So this one, all right, guys. This shot tends to carry a little bit further, but he played it smart. He put backy on it. I mean, that's awesome. I mean, that'd be easy to sit up there and be like, okay, a little floater with bite. It's gonna be perfect. But man, with this downwind and the 5 hybrid, that bite,
just like you called.
Yeah, I mean it's. Oh, he pulled it back though. He threw a little cut into it, so it's going to get a little more. He played it extremely safe, and when you're down 2 with 4 holes to go, I think that was one of the looks that he probably should have gotten a little bit more aggressive with. You don't want to give the match away there, but I think if he would have moved that 5 hybrid back in the box all the way to the back, he would have been able to just thumb that at it with bite, and he would have given it a good run to go in.
I'd buy that.
So this is interesting because you got an up 11 green, dead into the wind, and you have a pin that is tucked right by that water there on the right side. So I mean, you really have to be precise here with your distance control on this shot.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's hard to just, and even coming at it with bite.
Yeah, see, he's getting aggressive here. I think he's going to try to make this. It came off on a really good line.
Oh, that's
whoa! And it did not release back at all, and that's going to leave the
dreaded down 11
difficult putt. If Paul's got to, that's got to go. That's got to go.
Oh, there we go.
See, that's what I was saying there, guys.
Yep.
I mean, I'm almost positive Paul has a 3 hybrid in his bag, and the shot there would have been a 3 hybrid with bite, and I think he would have been perfect. You just can't give both shots back there.
No lip out. We're good.
Yeah, and we're going to be all square. Seth got his 2 shots back there.
Yep.
And that's what I was talking about. I mean, if you miss your number at all on that with that pin and that wind, you can be in some trouble.
So maybe you can talk about a little bit of what I'm thinking is a change in the physics engine of what happened in Golden Tee. Long time ago, if you'd have a down 11, an up 11 green, and you'd have like an 11-mile wind in your face, and you put roll on, a lot of times it would transition from basically roll to backspin. A lot of times it was on elevation, so the roll wouldn't actually drive it back up the green. It would actually put it in reverse. It doesn't seem to do that as much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about the physics or the whatever you want to call that of the game. No, Paulie. So Seth has a chance here to go from down 2 to up 1 and just completely change everything in this final match here.
In the game and match both, yeah.
I mean, Paulie was sitting pretty, looking to go up, and he's got it. He made it. Paulie was sitting pretty, looking to go up 2-0, and now he's chasing one. And now this is real. But no, to go back to what you're talking to, Dan. I personally can't even address that because I really have no idea. So.
Right.
I still put roll on several putts, and it's just I think a mental thing that I think might help. But I don't know. It seems like before when I would put backspin on putts, they would roll over more often.
Oh no, I was talking more about the approach shot, like with a 6-wood, and you put roll on.
Oh, okay.
And it would be an up 11 green, but all of a sudden your roll turns into backspin essentially.
Well, I think like a lot of that is because as your ball with the 6-wood, when the ball is up in the air, it's actually probably coming backwards a little bit, maybe when it's coming down. So then it hits and it just
so the wind reversed to the spin, but
correct.
I don't see that as much anymore, if at all. I think a lot of that had to do with the change of elevation, like you'd be hitting from up high and down to a green in the valley. So maybe it's just topography that doesn't allow that to happen anymore. But that was always frustrating because you'd have to know which hole you shouldn't do that on.
Right.
And what do we got here? All right, get down. Okay.
Yeah, Seth's going to steal this game unless Paulie can hold this.
Well, the way these games have been playing, I'm not putting it out of the possibility realm here. Well,
Paul's got to jam this in and hope for some miracle.
yeah, there we go.
Yeah, so Seth's going to take game 2. It's going to be 1-1.
Oh, we had a hashtag penalty mode out there. I wasn't watching the comments. I mean, all the little... Oh, and here comes the bathroom break.
In between game bathroom breaks is okay.
Yeah. We're talking a lot of hypercritical things right here, but you look at that and, the game result was 28-26.
Yeah.
That is not shabby.
No, not shabby at all.
So...
Paul, I guarantee you Paul's probably pretty frustrated right now.
Yeah. He's not looking it. He's doing a good job.
He's waving, throwing a little love over here.
Speaking of age, I think Paul has matured, with his mindset, over the years too. So
he's having a baby.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Definitely, a big step in life, and Paul's become really one of my best friends over the last several years, and we've been friends for a long time. But
gee, thanks, really appreciate it.
But him and Richard King are co-godfathers of my youngest son Jackson.
Oh, that's awesome.
And
Doesn't come to Illinois, though.
What's that, King?
That someone doesn't come to Illinois.
Yeah. But Paul. The way I see him around my kids, and I know he's going to be a amazing dad and father, and he really has. He still has his moments, but overall,
don't we all?
But he's definitely grown up.
Yeah, and you need that when you're trying to battle, inside and mentally, and be like, okay, I got to come back and put everything behind me.
Oh, is Jimmy Mack on the stream? What's up, brother?
Jimmy Mack.
It's Miser and Kins. Yeah, obviously,
What's
you know
up,
my
brother?
you know my voice.
Been way too long, Jimmy. Miss you, man.
I just remember the pickle story that we told me. As we were moving him in or her out?
The pickle story.
Oh, we were moving Jimmy out of his apartment back into his condo
With his ex there?
at 8 in the morning or whatever after we crushed like God, it had to be 15 old fashions at warehouse.
Help somebody move.
You're like, we got to do what?
Wait, okay, old fashioned. So let me give a shout out to our sponsor, Soul Boxer.
Good.
They have the best premix. It's not just a mix. It actually has the brandy or bourbon in it. So what's your old fashioned of choice?
Generally a rye.
Okay, so you're going that way.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I'm a brandy guy, but Wisconsin, we consume
we do,
80% of brandy worldwide. So
Yeah, because you guys are weird. And you probably consume 80% of Busch Light as well.
that's just Waterloo.
Yeah, I like a rye, bullet bourbon, bullet rye.
Okay.
I like those. That's probably my go-to.
Well, I'm going to have to, I'll be up the 1st through the 5th. I'll have to find a way to get you a bottle of their bourbon old-fashioned. It's incredible.
Yeah, I'd love to try it.
You pour a little 7-Up or Sprite in, and you're good to go.
Oh, man, that sounds wonderful.
Every bit as good as what you get at a bar.
Nice.
There's no way. There's no way.
All right, guys, here we go. Paulie and Seth are tied 1-1.
Some pizza back here if anybody's hungry.
Oh, thanks, man.
That'll play. Leaves a nice lie in the fairway.
You want to broadcast?
Nice. Update the people here. That's 1-1.
You want to sit in my lap?
And you tell me the first
back on that
answer?
back nine hard, huh?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, Paul watered 15. And then picked another one up on 16. Crawford crushing some of the wonderful main event on 96th pizza. It's really good,
It's
actually.
really good. Highly recommended. That's
Yeah.
another sponsor.
It is. It is really good.
Hey, I'm lining these sponsors up for you, King. You got to close it and get them to pay you.
Game 3 of 5.
It's on, but it's not close. Golfer 2 from the tee box.
All right. Dubai.
Have you ever been to Dubai?
No, have not. You?
No. Unfortunately, I would love to, but
Looks beautiful.
it does. And I think I would have to, like, cash in my trust fund just to go spend a night because it's, like,
Yeah.
insane over there.
All right. Getting through hole 3, that wasn't a terribly difficult setup, compared to some of them that are out there. But, 3 is a game-changing hole sometimes, depending where the pin and the wind are and all that. Oh, there we go.
Paulie just gave the turnaround epic fist pump. That was fun. He nutted it. Oh, yeah, he's giving high fives to...
Actually, to no one. But
No, we got like 85 people on the rail right now.
he finally gave an air 5 to the commentating booth.
Yeah, he did, an air 5. Let's see what Seth can do to answer here. It wouldn't surprise me if they go back to back.
Yeah. So the funny story about
I think
that.
that's going to hang out way too far to the left.
Oh, no, it came back.
It came back.
He
Wow.
put a little
He did.
swerve on that thing.
It did. It definitely was moving
Good line.
back right a little.
So Seth posted a picture on his birthday last week. He was out playing Golden Tee and, celebrating his birthday. So take from that what you will.
Yep.
Post a picture. He ended up, putting a 30 down, which, okay, that's still cool. We'll get to that maybe, a little bit later, but not only the 30, that wasn't what he posted it for. It was the fact that he had a 3-player game going and had back-to-back-to-back aces on one of the holes.
Oh, yeah, I did see that. That's what we call a social. Everybody buys a shot, so you do 3.
Perfect. I have a feeling there were many shots that night for him anyway, so.
I'm sure.
Yes.
And yes, we got the fun fact that Seth is a dentist.
He is a dentist.
There was somebody
just like
else.
my father.
Oh.
Well, former dentist.
I thought there was another player, too, that's sort of
Yeah.
on the up-and-coming that's a dentist.
Well, Matt Kavanaugh is a dentist. Dr. Kavanaugh.
That's what I'm thinking. I think there's another one then.
I know
Wow.
Seth. I know Dr. Kavanaugh.
Number 2 with the
Dr. Seth Harris. Not aware of a third.
I'll have to go find where I got that information. Good chip there.
Golfer 1 with the putter, trying for eagle.
Jimmy Mac, I thought you were an Oakley sales rep. Inside joke.
I thought he was an Oakley sales model.
So my dad, little story here. My dad was the team dentist for the Kane County Cougars when they were a single A affiliate of the Florida Marlins.
Oh.
So, Jimmy's brother mentioned one day about he had to get some new Oakleys. I'm like, well, I can talk to my dad and you can get them for cost or whatever. And they were like, I thought your dad was a dentist. like, no, he's an Oakley rep. And that it was just one of those things that kind of. And now, whenever we see my dad, they're like, they bring up that. They're like, I thought you were a dentist. Yeah. So unfortunately, I don't get Oakleys at cost anymore.
That's too bad. I could use some.
Well, I
just bought some.
I've had probably 30 pairs. I don't think I have a single one anymore. I've lost them all. I'm the worst person in the world with hanging on to expensive accessories.
Yeah.
Whether it be sunglasses or watches. Somehow I've managed to keep my wedding ring on my finger for almost 10 years now without losing it. I never take it off, so that's probably why I don't ever lose it. My dad listening to the stream?
That's what I'm thinking.
My father's calling me right now.
He's like, what are you saying about me? So well navigated with that tight neck pin placement right there. That one can be a little tricky from time to time.
Yeah, DDS Iowa is a dentist, if that's who you were thinking of.
Maybe.
John, he's from Iowa. Al Jazz just sent me a message regarding that. But I don't think that's who you were thinking of.
No, I thought it was a newer guy. That is a nice shot.
Did it go in?
No.
No, just short.
Playing that around the right, that was really smart.
Great
Took
shot
the trees out of the way. Yep.
Really nice shot there.
So yeah, Cody, we brought this up a little bit ago, but we'll repeat again. The question was, so the switch from driver with roll to a putter, is that an old school trick? Yes, it is. There's been hot debate about whether it ever actually affected or did anything, but people have their own idiosyncrasies and habits that they do, and if they think it's going to work, it's going to work for them. The official word on whether or not it works is it's supposed to be no, it doesn't have any effect or any bearing on it, but people still use it and people still do it. So, the theory was that if you had roll on it, then obviously the ball would be rolling, forward, therefore driving the ball into the cup and keeping it there.
So yeah, I think it's more it was more a visual than anything.
Yeah.
Again, I think it was more a mental confirmation than anything that the roll is on. So I don't know if it actually did anything. I mean, IT has said no since day one.
Yep.
But a lot of times it definitely seems like things come out a little bit different. When you have that on there, like a little bit faster, a little bit quicker.
Yep. So in my industry, as a programmer, we have a term for that kind of stuff. It's cargo cult programming, because people tend to just rely on tradition and not evidence. So if everybody around you is doing it, then that's the way to do it.
Sure.
All right, so this is going to be an interesting hole here. We got a very drivable, very tasty look at this par 4. Beautifully done.
Yeah, put some pressure on here.
Not only is it dry, but it's even on the right tier. It's on the green. It's an easily makeable putt.
Yeah, that would have been fun if they would have tucked that tee box up in the middle on this with this setup.
Yeah. I think we had that in the qualifier, didn't we?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. Nice.
Nice.
Use
Perfect.
the hill. Course knowledge right there. Another buzzer.
Yeah, Paul got it together after giving away that. I'm not gonna say he gave away, but he, that
In a lot of ways, I hear you.
Yeah, that mistake on 15, you just can't afford to be short there. If you have a down 11 putt that you leave yourself, that's what you got to leave yourself. I mean, you just can't be short.
Oh, the apology tour is out in full force. All right, another pretty open look here.
286. Yeah, one more of these.
Good, thanks, King.
Who's winning? This is the finals, best out of 5. Cam, it's 1-1 right now after 2 courses, and Paul is up 1 stroke in this round right now. I would have liked to see Seth go at that without any bite.
Yeah. I get it, because if you go just a touch too hard, you're wet. But
yeah, good putt though. Nice eagle. Dubai is a course that you don't really need to get super overly aggressive yet. There's a couple swing holes coming down the stretch, that can really change. If we're talking like Mayfield or something right now, I mean. 16 can set up brutal now with the new tee box, but Seth.
Yeah, there are game-changing holes aplenty left between now and the end here.
Yeah. I mean, Paul's playing good. He's playing smart. But we've seen him, give up a couple strokes late in games, and let's see what happens. Here the last 6 holes.
Oh, no. Oh, boy. Little overcut.
Seth just keeps leaving him these difficult saves, and eventually it's going to catch up to you.
Well put.
We've all done it. We've all been there. You might save the first 4, but then you got the 5th one, and all of a sudden,
So that was an interesting one. And, that's not going to be good at all, is it?
No,
Pinned up.
He has no lob wedge.
Oh, even worse then.
He just way overthought that shot. I mean, he tried to get cute with the full.
He turned left and did the full.
That's with the 1-stroke lead and your opponent.
Oh.
Now he needs to focus. If Seth chips this in, he's going to be
down one.
So he really needs to regroup here. But yeah,
so
Seth,
nice chip. Now I noticed Seth used the 9-iron there.
Yeah,
what are your thoughts?
A lot.
Yeah, what are your thoughts about switching clubs versus being a typical 7-iron chipper or whatever club you desire?
I think you do whatever you're comfortable with. I think he hit the 9 there because it looked like there was maybe a little bit of a lip there. He just wanted to make sure that he got over it.
Sure.
But I'm generally, for the most part, 6-iron guy.
Yeah, that was my club of choice before I removed him from my bag.
Yeah, but before, it's got to get down.
Oh, stop!
Okay,
there we go.
He's fine. Any club will really do the job if you're confident with it. And that's the key with chipping. Just get up there,
absolutely.
get confidence. Get some confidence with it. Again, like I always try to say, I keep preaching distance control, but hitting your chips and your putts the same speed pretty much every time is how you get good, and you get you learn the muscle memory. You learn your lines with a chip. How hard you hit it. When you start dying things in or hitting a little bit firmer, that's when you lose your line on right or left breaking chips.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's no shock that I would say the same thing verbatim, because you are the person that taught me how to chip and made me a better chipper and short game person, putter all around. So, I come from the same kin school of thought, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you want to try to simplify everything that you do in this game, and that's why guys thumb shots. It takes a variable out of play.
Yep. I've noticed more people doing sort of a, no pullback, just palm smoothie.
So I do that. I do that a lot just because I have very weak thumbs.
Okay.
So when you see me palm the ball like that, that's my version of somebody's firm thumb shot.
Should get you to do some thumb curls or something and strengthen them up.
Thumb push-ups.
Yeah.
Your guys' drinks are your proper ones.
Oh boy, and it's shot time here in the booth.
Proper one's coming, but you gotta do this for you. It's her idea. Do you guys remember her from last night?
No.
I know my glasses.
And her hair was there. It is. Her hair's good.
It's nice to meet you.
You're supposed to say, "Let me see the top of your hair," and then now if you announce.
Too much. Golfer 2 with an eagle attempt. Golfer 1 with a shot at eagle.
Okay, sorry guys. Brief break. 2 to go. Paul's chasing 1. Seth with a little 1-stroke lead.
All right, this is a nasty setup right here.
No, I knew.
You got to keep that up there. You got to avoid the ghost penalty with the unplayable lie on the wall.
But no, really.
Yeah, this sets up pretty nice for a full. But
I don't think he's seeing it right now. Is there a formula that you use? Well, he might be seeing it. He saw it.
Dude, I like to party.
Is there a formula you use for determining full based on wind, or how are you thinking about that?
yeah, I mean it's for me. I don't play a lot of the dailies, so I don't do a ton of them. But yeah, I mean it's trial and error. Like if I see a look, I have an idea of what is a 1-click, what is a 2-click with certain clubs.
Yep.
I'm not the best guy to talk about it because, like I said, I'm by no means a full expert or a daily player. I'm generally just a 1 or 2 a game guy in the daily, and then I'm done. So I'm not looking to really dial things in like that. But just watch. There's several videos out there of guys playing the daily, and you can learn a lot just by watching that. Just see what they're doing. I mean, with like the 9-iron, the 8, 9, and 7,
Oh, look at this! Look at this!
Great shot.
Nicely done.
With the 7, 8, 9-iron, a lot of wins like that set up with those 3 clubs set up perfect just for a 1-click. But once you get past that, a lot of times you're going to have to do a 2-click because the lower the loft, the quicker it snaps. So.
Yeah, I saw, speaking of the whole full thing, I thought one of the most...
Oh, man, Paul had to give that a go.
Yep.
Seth hit a great shot. Paul's going to go down 2-1 here. And Seth is 1 win away from qualifying for the World Championships.
Let's make sure to keep those nerves in check now, because now it's a reality right in front of you.
1 win away from qualifying for Worlds.
I thought one of the most under... Yeah, I mean, I know it was talked about, but with Stenmark last year winning Worlds, and how he just hadn't been playing much coming into it and wasn't comfortable with his cuts, and all of a sudden decided, you know what, I'm just gonna start doing the full, turn right and play a full, or turn left and play a full. And
he definitely, I commented a bunch on that stream, and I didn't really get a chance to talk to him about it, so I don't really necessarily know. I don't want to say he was nervous or whatnot, but I know he had told me he was, he hadn't played a ton coming into that, and it's just if you know what a one click to the right, what wind you need, to hit a full, it makes that shot so much easier. And I think the one you talked about was on 18. He clicked one right and hit that full with the 6-wood, and I think he had a 12, it was either a 13 or a 14 mile an hour wind. And with that 6-wood, that's pretty much a perfect wind for that.
Sure.
It took short out of play. It took long out of play. It was just
even took the left and right out of play because, like you said,
for
it's
the most part, just don't leave it short. That's all you had to do. And like I said, I didn't talk to him ever about what he was feeling during that match, but I know when I won my 2 Worlds, I was practically shaking on the tee box at the 18th hole both times. It was, and not only is it a lot of money, it's, it's just for something that you've done for so long, it's a great feeling, and it's a privilege to be the world championship at anything, world champion at anything. That's not many people get to say they were the world champ at something. And I remember, kind of famous for my Eversole and my man hugs, because his 2 and my 2, we had some epic man hugs together. But not my first one because he wasn't there, but that last one that I got, we did a man hug, a pretty good man hug. I teared up a little bit after that one.
I get it. The pent-up release of all the anticipation and actually achieving what you set out to do. That's it's a big thing. So Paul drove this one a little bit long. Had an 8-mile trail in him, so knocked it through. Should be a good chip for him. He's an exceptional chipper. Gets home with no problem.
Very nice. A couple of eagles to start the round. So now Paul, after winning the first one here, he's got to run off 2 in a row to take this into a 2 out of 3 finale. So Seth got himself back into the driver's seat here.
Yeah, it's almost like he came out of the woods like Happy Gilmore.
Yeah,
finding his happy place.
A couple of late round mistakes by Paul, just that one on Safari just changed the whole mentality of this match. Seth, it really, just looking at him with his body language, he looks a lot more comfortable. He looks a lot more confident now. And Paul still looks the same, but
I think that's got to be a front. And that's what you want to do. You want to present, that you're fine.
He's frustrated. I can tell. He at worst he should be up 2-1 right now. There's no way he should be down 2-1. He just gave away two games essentially.
Yeah. In a perfect world for him, he already just forced 3 games in a row, and we're moved on to the if.
Right. But now he's got to grind it down. I've seen him drop some really low scores on Mayfield. So here we go. Yeah, Seth was that was a
little left,
a little yippy, if you want to say that. We don't like saying that word yip in golf, but that was not the most comfortable stroke. Got to spin a little.
It's all for two. Golfer 2 with an attempt at birdie. Golfer 1, this for birdie. 1, first up. Golfer 2, ready to hit.
All right, so we got 279 on this setup. Seth's saying, you know, that's good distance for my 5-wood medium. No need to burn a tee.
Back to golfer 1.
A couple good runs at the hole there.
Golfer 2 with a slide. Leading things off is golfer 1.
Yeah, we got the hole 5 open today, so good chance to see a 31 out of this setup, perhaps. Oh, maybe a 32 if that goes. Beautiful shot there.
Next up, golfer 2.
So, John, I see your comment there. Ken stepped away for a minute. Seth came up short.
The rough stuff.
The comment was that Lehde, I know Lehde's a fast player, but do you think he should slow down, or is he better at that pace? And we actually had talked about that a little bit earlier, just in terms of, you know, comfort. And he's actually better at that pace. And Kins is back, so maybe he can tap in on the rest of that. I was just telling people that, you know, we had talked about that a little bit, and Paul's sort of more comfortable playing at the faster pace.
Hey guys, sorry I'm back. Little bathroom break. Yeah, John, I don't know, man. Paul really only has one gear. He doesn't really know how to tone it down. Like I said, he's a fast player. He's a hard player. He likes to hit the ball hard. I don't know.
Reminds me a little of Mouth.
Yeah, he's very, very similar to Mouth.
Golfer 2 on the dance floor.
So Seth, Paul almost holed out on hole 5. I mean, it was a brilliant shot.
Oh, so Paul has a, okay.
Yep, Paul
so
picked one up.
Okay, nice.
Seth came up short. It was just a mistake and missed his chip. Gave one away.
Right.
And now the tee shot of golfer 2.
Well, that's good. We got so Paulie with the 1-stroke lead, looking to square this up at 2-2.
God, we're going to be broadcasting until midnight.
Oh yeah, we fully expect this to go 5 games, and then game 5 will go into OT, and then every one of the next round will go into OT.
Nice little up there.
Golfer 1 is away. Golfer 2, putting. That's in for a 3. Great eagle. Golfer 1, up at the tee.
Okay, this is a big shot here, guys.
Definitely not your cake setup, but this guy should be able to handle it. That left to right wind is going to present a little extra problem.
Yeah, see, he should be going down to that 290. It'd be perfect, but
never mind.
He hit it nice.
Oh, well.
He's gonna have to chip it in, but the 290 I think would have been money. That with that wind and that line right there, a little. I don't know, that maybe the 290 might hang out a little bit too much.
It's going to be up higher, so wind will affect it longer.
I mean, Paul hit a great shot. I mean, if Seth's going to go with the same shot here. Put a little bit more.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
He took a little bit of cut off. He's going to have a tap and eagle. So we're going to see where Paul's nerves are here because, you know, if he's just messing around playing this at home, he's going to make this in his sleep.
And he does.
Good job. But, you know, those chips, for anybody that's not been to a tournament, those chips that, you know, you make in your sleep at home become a lot more difficult when you're put in this tournament setting. As anybody out there can attest, it's a different animal. See, I don't like that. Paul, like I said, he just loves to hit the ball hard. I mean, for me, I'm laying up here to the left of that bunker.
Yeah, same.
And I'm just leaving myself a longer shot in.
Because you just brought risk in.
Yeah.
For what purpose?
Right.
Especially with the pin on the right.
Yeah, exactly. You're gonna have a nice look from that back fairway. They both hit it really well. I mean,
at least Seth used the tee, so he was like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to make sure. I mean, I get it. You know, like you said, Paul's a hard hitter and relies on his length. I get it, but
see Seth here. He's a little bit in between clubs.
Yeah. Well, he's bringing it back. It looks like that's going to be short. Yeah.
That was I'm not sure if he tried to hit a full there, but with an 8-wood, you need a lot more than a 7-mile-an-hour wind just to do a one click.
Yeah, I think that's a case where, and this happened to me in this tournament, playing against Jason Elliott. I think what happened there is Seth saw what Stink did and driving to the second fairway and just followed him.
Yeah.
Rather than
took him out of his game.
Yeah, rather than just doing what he knows to do.
Right.
What he does 99 times. There we go. Good chip,
made it,
though.
Great save. Yeah, that's a great save.
Yeah, but that happened with me with Jason, and it was on Mayfield of all courses, and I'm like, why am I following this guy and watching what he's doing? I know how to do this. This is not new to me.
That's the one thing. I mean, if you know, more than anything in this game, like real golf, you know, play your game. Like if you're, for example, this week Webb Simpson, you know, who congrats to him and Paul Tesori for winning the Players Championship. That's outstanding to have a fellow Golden Tee player hoisting the Players Championship trophy.
No kidding.
But, you know, if he's trying to keep up with Dustin Johnson, that's just not going to happen. You know, if DJ or, you know, any of these bombers out there, Justin Thomas, are knocking it 350 onto a green, you know what? No. If he did it, who cares? Hit your 2-iron 22 to 21.
Bingo.
As long as they're marking W in that column and I'm moving on, I'm happy. I don't. It doesn't matter what I shoot. Like seriously, I mean, it's
100% agreement here.
Yeah, you know, whatever. All that matters is winning that match. But yeah, early on, you know, play your course. Don't get overly worked up
there
about what they're going to do. That was a very nice shot.
Yeah, there's obviously, you know, course management, game management, and, you know, as situations dictate, you know, you got to go for a hole out in an 18 or something.
That doesn't matter what I shoot. Like seriously, I mean, it's
100% agreement here.
Yeah, you know, whatever. All that matters is winning that match. But yeah, early on, you know, play your course. Don't get overly worked up about what they're going to do. That was a very nice shot.
Yeah, there's obviously, you know, course management, game management, and, you know, as situations dictate, you know, you got to go for a hole out in an 18 or something.
That's got to go. He got a great break. He got a great break.
I have never seen that.
Off the fence, back into the lawn
Course
grass.
knowledge.
Wow.
Seth, you know, he likes to do that just to show people what he's made of. Wow. Okay, well, let's see how he takes advantage of that break, because that...
So, I mean, that
wow.
You know, like, that is such a huge break that not even just, you know, he would have potentially lost one stroke, but now let's see how Paul responds to this, because I think in his mind, he's like, man, I should be picking up another one. And it's really easy all of a sudden to let your guard down just a little bit, and now all of a sudden you lose or give one back. And then we'll have a tie game. So, I mean, that was... Wow. Wow.
I think I'm going to make that my new Facebook profile picture. That was incredible.
This is going to be a tough look here for these guys. I think Paul probably just hit a little cut here, try to hit hard. That's exactly what he did, and he hit it beautiful. Great distance control there. I'm sure Evan's sitting at home being like, this is a little clicker. This is a perfect boom, boom, little lefty one-bagger, bud.
It's an auto, bud. Oh, we're going high tee with the 5-wood. Turn left.
He may. Seth has been working on a lot of fulls here.
Yeah. Ooh. Come back.
It's got to go.
Oh.
See, he keeps, like I mentioned earlier, he keeps leaving himself these tough chips, and it wears on you. It grinds. You know, this is just a grind. You got it again. Oh, no. It took a little bit of the right two got him.
Yep.
So sometimes it looked like he had a little hook in that chip, which I thought was going to counteract the slope on that green, and
totally
he was going to make it. But when it landed, because he was coming out of the rough there, it actually kicked straight. He missed just a little bit right. So that's huge. Paulie up 2. But we've seen this before.
Yep.
And unfortunately for Paul's case, he's not been able to seal the deal with a couple of late leads.
Yeah, you got to close it.
Why he's down 2-1 here in the best of 5. And that's got to sit. See, again.
I'd rather not have that chip, but, you know, again, he's a great chipper, but like you just said, it wears on you if you have to keep saving. I know Seth's doing a little more of that, but.
Yeah, but now it's a whole different story, because with Paul being up 2 here, you know, you just.
Get it.
Ooh. You just had to, like, you can't give one away on an easy part 3.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I think he'll make this, but okay,
there
great
we go.
job.
That was a little more difficult chip. I mean, that was well done.
That was very well done. Under the pressure that they're both feeling right now.
Yeah,
to make that downhill right side chip. That was well done, Paulie.
So my play on this kind of setup is always, you know, A1, just blast out, take the islands out of play.
Yeah, from this tee box, it's totally fine to play it to the fairway. You can also go to this second patch right here where the cart path is, and
you got to be careful you don't hit that path though, right?
So yes, if you hit that path on the fly, you're pretty much toast with the wind like that. Into the wind from this tee box, you can go to that patch every time. Even if you hit the cart path, it's going to bounce pretty much straight in the air, and you're going to be fine. So Seth going to the old school island here.
Yeah.
Old school.
Old school.
Old school.
Old school 2018 island.
Yeah, old school 2018 tees.
I don't think you know what old school means.
That looks good. Ooh, I thought he had backy on it. If he had backy on it, that might have taken
attacked.
A bite.
Yeah.
So this is one where Paul, I just hope he doesn't try to get too cute with it. Just throw this on the green.
Make your eagle.
You're up 2. He got cute with it.
He got cute. Because there is no way he would be 12 yards short on that approach. That was. Oh, yep.
Right.
I mean, that was another very difficult chip.
It was. Yeah, he left himself in an awful spot. He should have put that, 10 yards past the pin. It would have spun back, and he would have had a 25-foot putt for eagle. And now, he just lost one.
And we got a pretty nasty setup on 16 here.
Yep, this is a really nice setup for that front left box. Move it one right or one left, move it front left. And it's a 4-wood with bite.
I was going to say, I don't know if that 5-wood is going to be the right club there.
It's a 4-wood bite. I don't think
he has a 4-wood though.
This should work too, but you got to sneak it by that tree. And the one thing you got to worry about here, it might hang out too far to the left.
Yeah,
if he doesn't get it turning enough, it's gonna, as it's coming down, it's gonna move quite a ways left.
Well, he got through the tree.
Yeah, but see that wind's moving it left.
Oh.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yep.
This is the perfect setup for the 4. Paul's just gonna.
So this is a good layup opportunity here. Yeah.
I mean, Seth's gonna chip in here, so
You're just going square.
Yeah, you're going square. Well, we hope to go square because this is not. He did not leave himself in the easiest of spots. He's going to have to chip.
Oh.
Nope, he's putting. He's good.
Returning to
But if Seth can knock this in, no damage. I mean, he'd still be only chasing one.
Yep,
with,
you're still
with
putting
2
the
to
pressure
go.
back on Seth. You know,
Yeah.
now you're saying you're daring him to make this. You have to.
And he did.
He did.
Nice touch.
So Paul's going
Ball
to.
for 1 to strike
Well,
the ball.
let's knock this in. All right, Paul's up 1 with 2 to go.
I mean, again, these scores are, you know, fairly decent for a competitive match play setting with what's on the line in the finals like this. So
Paul's got to hit this. He's got to hit this harder than he thinks. Sorry, that's Seth going first. Oh, hit a great shot.
Yeah, that was-
But I mean, that's going to be such a touchy little putt right there.
yep. I mean, on something like that, I'll look to, if at all possible, you know, can you find a way to
Paul
get
hit
it
a great
underneath?
shot.
Oh, beautiful.
All right, let's see. Let's not have this end on a dumb rollover or something. All right, good job. Great little touch putt there by Seth.
Trying for birdie.
He'll make Paul putt this one, which I would do too, down 1. And 1 stroke lead with 1 to go.
With the closing tee shot.
Fairly easy setup if you're just playing with your buddies, but, you know, Paul has to knock this. Well, this is Seth going first, so Seth has to be aggressive here. That looks good. That's a great shot. It's gonna
Yep.
it's gonna force Paul to make the eagle.
Yeah, he's got to try to leave himself 30 feet in.
Yeah, I mean, like I was gonna say, if him and I were just playing at home, we'd eagle this, you know, 99 out of 100
Yeah.
easily. But there's a little bit pressure. He nutted. He hit it great.
Yep, good shot.
Left
It's
himself.
not downhiller.
Yeah,
but still.
Trying for eagle.
Oh my goodness! I thought it rolled.
Did that
over.
go around?
It definitely rattled in.
I think that went all the way around the cup.
Wow, that was the rare Golden Teeth 360.
Wow.
So we're 2-2, guys. We're 2-2, and we got
Epic battle.
we're down to Rattle, Mystic, or Rhineland. So I mean, as long as you know, I'd love to see Rhineland or Rattle here to decide this thing. That'd be great. In my opinion, they should just play Black Hills.
You think everybody should play Black Hills every round?
Well, unfortunately, Black Hills kind of got ruined with the tees, but
Yeah, it's the only way I can break 20 is with the new tees.
Mystic, anybody.
Check in.
That was the one course that I didn't want.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Here we go.
So
2 games to 2, and we are going to Game 5. Seth is 1 win away from Worlds. Paul needs to win this to force a 2 out of 3 tiebreaker.
So my Mystic knowledge isn't going to be all that spectacular here. I've played it 3 times.
I played it a bit more than that, but
Once was on my wedding night in Vegas, so
no, this is game 5. This is game 5. Okay, that's what I thought.
But yeah, this course, you know, I played it during the tournament here, and you know, it's just a reminder of it's a traditional, old school course that you just need to, you know, keep yourself away from danger, put yourself in the right spot, and then just, you know, put the putt home. Simple when you say it that way, right?
Yeah, I do. You know, Paul's not been playing that much the last couple of weeks, or last 6 to 8 weeks, really. So I really don't know how well he knows this course.
Yeah.
So as far as course knowledge goes, I'd probably give the advantage to Seth a little bit here. Just because I know Paul has not been, you know,
Yep.
playing a lot of games since this course came out. I know we played it quite a bit on the daily a few times, but Dylan, glad you made it home, brother. That's awesome. Glad to hear you made it home safe.
Call for 1 for birdie with this putt.
Dylan, Dan Miser here. It was great playing with you. Nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, just for anybody joining, it's
Golfer
Kins and Dan Miser here doing commentating for the GameTime Amusements Spring Fling finale. This is the finals. It's best out of 5, and we are currently sitting at 2-2. Paul 6-foot stink lady needs to win this match to force a 2 out of 3 for the first place prize and the pass to the World Championships.
Amazing. Yeah, and I sort of hinted at that, you know, that either of these two guys are going to fit in just fine over at Worlds.
Yeah, I think I mentioned with Craw when he was on our first match, either one of these guys, it would not surprise me if they made the main bracket cut and won
maybe
some
even,
matches.
Yeah, even won a match or two, a shock the world type thing. I mean, they are not bad players by any stretch. They deserve.
Either one of them can, you know, drop a 30, 31, you know, any given round. So this one, you know, elevation is a big factor here. I'm a little worried because Paul, like I said, hasn't played it a lot. It's got to get down.
We got the nice
great bounce.
Course knowledge. We'll call that course knowledge, Kins.
We'll call that lack of course knowledge, and he got a little bit lucky.
All right.
It was a good shot. It was a good shot. I know Paul's going to watch this, so I can't be too mean to him. Little Sublime going in the background. Probably get our stream shut off.
Yeah, no kidding.
Great shot by Seth. I think Seth is pretty comfortable on this course. We played it. Ooh, man. As I say that, guys, this is, I guarantee you're seeing these guys almost miss putts like that. That is all nerves.
Yep.
I guarantee you they are both feeling it right now. They are both just fighting and grinding, and that's, you know, it's just what it is. It's real. It's real life, and, you know, these guys want this more than anything. Good little floater there by Seth.
I'm just trying to figure out who's up for a game of 1, 2, 3, 4 Worlds Pass after this.
It looks like we're going to have a really stormy ride home. I just looked at the radar. That does not look fun.
Yeah, we're crashing the Airbnb tonight, me and Craw.
Nice. Oh, with Seth?
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a nice little place. Nothing spectacular, but it has beds. It has
perfect.
It has showers and it has bathrooms, and that's all I care.
So this one has the path through the trees, but
Paul's just going to lay up here. This is a tough tee box. I think.
Yeah, the trees up front.
I think this forces Seth's hand. I think Seth will lay up now too, just because
you can't get over those trees with that 5-wood.
Actually,
can you
think from this part of the box.
You want to go high tee just to be sure?
Well, you'd have to go high tee for sure, but you're looking to bounce it down that hill. If you are going for this one, you're looking to bounce it down the hill. You're certainly not going to carry everything to the green.
Right.
But I really think Seth's going to end up laying up because Paul kind of forced his hand.
It's sort of this is a statement on your mentality and your aggressiveness right here. You know, it's like, can I try to capitalize on somebody else's layup, or should I just live to fight another day?
Well, see, he's going to lay up.
Yep.
That's a smart play.
It is.
You know, I think Seth knew he could probably execute the shot, but if he didn't, he might be losing one. You know, and you don't want to lose a stroke on a hole like this. But Paul may have a really good chance to make this because Paul's going to have a sand wedge, and that's going to be a really nice yardage for the sand wedge look. Just like
good look
for
there.
Seth, it was for the gap wedge. Oh, Paul has a gap wedge. He doesn't have the sand wedge on this course. So he tweenered himself. So this is just, don't do anything dumb, knock it on the green, get out of Dodge.
Tee shot of golfer 1. That's an impressive tee shot. Next Next up, it's golfer 2. That's quite a
Why does Richard King always have beautiful women hanging all over him?
Mystery for the ages.
Oh, wait, no, he doesn't. Never mind.
Oh, they're laughing at him. Yeah, that makes more sense. Oh, Seth came back, got a little point action there.
Yeah, we need somebody. Somebody's going to make a hole out of this course. I can feel it. Somebody's going to make a hole out, and that's going to win that game. Whether it gets Seth into Worlds or it gets Paulie into a second round, a second
All right.
best out of 3.
You take your boy Stink. I'll take my boy Seth. Go for a cocktail.
All right.
First hole out.
Sounds good. Sit. Oh boy.
All right.
Paul's gonna have to make a big chip here. This is huge at this stage of the game.
Yeah, Seth needs this.
If Seth can knock this close here, it's gonna force Paul to make. Paul does not want to play from behind, although he's played from ahead in every match this finals. So you never want to go down. Yeah, Remmel, he definitely shows him his player cards. Like, that's a good call.
Safe, but
yeah, snuck onto that fringe. That's going to be a tough little putt. This kind of plays more like a
50-footer.
like a right 4 coming off that fringe. Nope,
and slid
left
it
a little
by.
bit low. So this definitely
This
frees
could be a
up Paulie
turnaround.
here. Yeah, this makes this chip a lot easier. He wants to win, but he knows if he misses, he's not going to drop one. But a lot of times that you hit it a little bit softer than normal.
Oh.
He didn't hit it softer.
No.
He actually went at that aggressive, but he just missed it just low. But a lot of times when you're not thinking in your head,
and you're scared.
yeah, not scared necessarily, but most times if you're not hitting your proper speeds, on your chip shots that you're used to, you're going to miss low more times than anything else. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely. More time for the break.
Yep. But he went at that aggressive. He just missed his line on that one. That was not a, I'm going to take a little bit off of this type of chip. He went at that one. He just pulled it a little bit. So still all square through 7 holes. We move on to the par 5 8th.
That one's set up pretty vanilla today.
Yeah, it's easy to leave this out a little bit too far to the right if you get cute with it. And Paul took that option out of play by pulling it back. And a lot of people I see, they see that yardage and they just try to like thumb it out there to the right. And that's when that 6-wood coming uphill doesn't carry. And that's when you hit the...
This bunker is deep. It'll be a tough up and down from here.
Sorry, guys. Oh, what a chip by Seth. But, it's funny. Seth did basically exactly what I was just talking to Dan about, with the 6-wood coming up that hill. If you get too cute with that and you leave it outside, that bunker is going to grab it. But what an amazing save in this situation that he just made there. And that's at least 5 or 6 chips that I've seen Seth make to keep him rolling. I mean, that was awesome. We'll see if that affects Paul at all, because it's easy to get rattled on little things like that. But I know Paul is a confident man and probably hold this. Oh, he almost did. He really wanted it. He's super pumped right now. Seth going with a little naked 6-iron, a little bit firm.
Golfer 2, readies the putter. Birdie 3 there, Peter. Golfer 1, a nice birdie opportunity. Golfer 1 hits first.
Did that just happen?
Ready to tee off. It's golfer 2.
It wasn't me.
Well, Seth's going to have a chip here for the lead. Paulie's trapped down in that bunker, but Paul does have a lob wedge on this course, as we know. Miser back from the little restroom break. All right. So Seth pretty much played that pretty safe. Stinky here with a chance to take the lead. And it's got to go. He left it just short. It was drifting a little bit left anyway. I think if it was online, it would have missed just left. But all square through 10.
Wait, if it was online, it was going to miss just left?
If the speed was proper, I think it would have missed just left.
What a majestic drive.
But Paul just barely spun that around enough.
What? Thanks, buddy.
So much fun. All right. Here's the main single, main double, and hope you got waking up triple.
Do that for sure.
Take measure shot here. That was murder. What a nice line.
Yeah, I'm old. I'm married.
Hello, old. He is old. You might be the oldest one here, right? You're the oldest?
What? No, I'm 38. Come on.
This one back up. Over to golfer 1.
Sheesh.
She likes the oldest.
I'm probably still one of the youngest
I
here.
think you're about Because Seth is like my Seth looks 12.
It's on.
He's like my age.
No, Stink's probably the youngest.
Yeah, he's what, 25?
No, he's older than that, but yeah, ish.
He's not 30 yet.
I don't fucking know. He's only like one of my best friends. I don't even know how old he is.
Yeah, it doesn't come up.
We don't talk about age.
Or family or anything. No family, sure.
All right, 365. This sets up really nice for a high tee 10.5. I hope he clubs down because if he, he doesn't have the 10.5, does he? Does he have it? Oh
Nope.
man. So
This is a postage stamp green too, so
the 8.5 actually worked out perfect. It's got a chip, but that was nice. I carry the 9.5, 10.5 on this course. I would have just floated that 10.5 up there, but. Seth's going with my preferred shot on this look.
uh-oh.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
okay.
Perfect. So here's our first real big pressure shot of the game. Paul's going to chip, and we're getting late here. So this is essentially sudden death right now. Man, he
rammed it in. It's like, that's going in whether it wants to or not.
Sorry, I'm just curious. You guys got all the headsets on. What are you guys going to do? It's like Golden Tee or what have you?
Get it.
Golfer 2 on tee.
All right. No harm here. Moving on past hole 13. All square. The final stands 2 games apiece. Seth is 1 stroke away and 5 holes away from qualifying for the World Championship. Paul needs to win to force the back end of the finals, which will be best 2 out of 3.
Now on tee.
As long as they're running space.
No, this is a super long stream.
But what's crazy is that their scores are not
Yeah,
great.
yeah. And for match play. And you're still going, let's see, huh? Still going, let's see?
Paul's got to hit this
We'll
one.
talk later.
Paul's got to get this one up. Okay. Oh, boy. It's going to leave a tough. Both of these guys under this pressure. Seth has got a much easier putt here. He can hit that firm.
Yeah.
Paul's got to baby this one.
Okay.
Because I would agree with that.
He got it.
Nice.
Well done.
19s after 14.
I guarantee you they're both feeling some super pressure right now.
4 holes to go.
The last long stream was Fox versus Luna, Indiana, 2 years ago. And they're like putting up the same scores as them.
Yeah, Richard King just came by to comment that, you know, he's at a lot of these places and recording these things, and he's like, the scores that these guys are putting up are, on par with, what he saw last year, the Haas Lunan battles, and
Get down. All right, he's good.
they're doing a tremendous job representing the Everyman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, to get through this field in this format, you really have to be playing well.
This is a beautiful
Oh,
shot.
get in. Oh, just short. Yeah, to get through this field, like I said, man, there's so many guys at a similar skill level in this tournament that it's not surprised we had so many matches going to OT. We had so many matches going to sudden death.
Yep.
I mean, just everybody. But yeah,
That's why the Calcutta was impossible to do, because everybody was like,
it was
I don't know.
essentially a coin flip. You
Right.
know, I mean.
First time I played it.
Yeah,
I liked it,
it's fun.
except for when I lost. I didn't like that.
Yeah, well, nobody ever likes losing.
Too risky, that'll play.
So they're both safely on the green. Both going to be safely in for the Schmiegel, as Ross Parr likes to call it.
Nice.
Yes. Oh, wait. Paul,
What?
What did I just miss? Paul got a stroke. I'm sorry. Dan and I were talking. Paul must have picked up a stroke on the last hole.
Yeah. Just inattentive announcers. That's
oh, wait,
horrible.
no, they're tied. It's 23-23.
All right,
right?
good.
I
Looks
I
like
could have sworn it showed 23-22 when they flashed the screen.
glitch. That was a good-looking shot there. Dancing at it a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, we're still tied. I don't know what we're looking at.
It was that last shot that did you in.
I really got freaked out there. I was like, wait a minute.
All right. Ooh, well, I mean,
Wow. Okay, guys.
be careful here.
This looks
Don't go
easy,
long.
and it definitely would be easy if you're just chilling in your house,
Yeah.
playing on your home edition or in your local bar. But yeah, this is easy to mess up. Paul played it pretty safe.
That
He
is-
hit a great
yeah,
shot.
that's
He's going to put all
brilliant.
that pressure on Seth. If I'm Seth, I may just give this one a go.
You know, I like that mentality for match play just in general. It's like always, how do I put the pressure on the other guy?
Well, he knows he has an extra game if he loses, or an extra 3 if he loses. So if
Get down, get down.
get it,
Oh,
that would have been an awesome
Yeah.
walk-off into the World Championship had
Yeah.
he hold that. Yep, here we go, Craw. Yeah, you're right. Game number 7.
I think there's a strike. They just walked off. Say it.
God, dude, I'm fucking trying.
I'm going to Disneyland!
That was a very sensual kiss.
That was really weird.
I thought he was taking a picture.